Pat, the judge told that couple that he hopes that they wake up at night and are tortured by thoughts of what they've done to this young boy. This is a case that has really touched so many because of the sheer brutality of the torture and abuse of this young boy by the two people who should have been taking care of him.
The conduct was horrendous, inhumane, and nothing short of evil.
After calling this the worst case of abuse he has seen in his 20 years on the bench, Judge George Lamelli sentenced Isaro Aguirre to death for torturing and murdering 8-year-old Gabriel Fernandez. His girlfriend, the boy's mother, Pearl Fernandez, received life in prison for her.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with another video. Hope y'all been having a great week. My week has been excellent. But I want to share with you all a little story. Some of y'all may have already seen this story on Netflix that came out recently on February 26th. And it's about a little boy named Gabriel Fernandez. You might say, Trey, what makes this story so special? It's the fact that throughout all this abuse and pain this little child went through, he still had love for his mom, more love for his mom than his mom had for him. Now, his story goes like this. Around the time he was 8 years old, Gabriel had left his grandparents' house, which he stayed with his great uncle before then. But his mom came and took him away from the grandparents' house because some kind of legal document said that his grandparents was not his caretakers and that she had the right to come take them. So along with the sheriff, she came over there and took little Gabriel from his grandparents' house, which the grandparents were taking care of him for years. And not only the fact that she should have left them there because her intentions were never good. And come to find out, she took little Gabriel from the grandparents because she already had 2 other kids, a son and a daughter. And she took Gabriel because she wanted more welfare money. Because I guess in the state of California, the more kids you have, the more welfare you get. And a lot of women play this game, but I'm not finna loophole a lot of women or put them all in one box. But we know how the story goes, especially around income tax. When women have all these children, they give this person to claim this child, this person to claim another child. I know some of y'all may be getting mad, but it's the truth. And they want money back from each and every one of these people to claim their children. Now, some of these women have these children, they take care of them. Some of them have them just for the money and for the state to take care of them. But per Hernandez, Gabriel's mom was what you call a piece of crap, if you will. And I'm trying to be nice. So per Hernandez takes little Gabriel away from his grandparents' house. And 8 months after Gabriel's death, his grandmother ended up dying from diabetes also. So his granddad been hit with all kind of grief and everything else. But what makes it even more shocking is the fact that you would think by her coming back into this child's life that she would come to take care of the child. No, she comes just to get more money. So around this time, all of the abuse started. And that's when Pearl and her boyfriend at the time, a guy named Isaro Aguirre, Tony, what they call him, or Evil Tony is what they call him. And Isaro Aguirre worked as a security guard and also as a nursing assistant at a rehabilitation center in Los Angeles. Now, you would think just by looking at this couple that they would have more sense than to treat this child like this child was nothing less than a child of God. But unfortunately, this is what happened when you have evil people in this world. And it's very sad because one of the most tragic things that I heard, throughout all this whole case is the fact that this little boy still professed his love for his mom, still showed his love for his mom. And all little Gabriel wanted was to be loved and be in a loving household with his siblings and also his mom. And unfortunately, his dad wasn't there. And even though Gabriel's dad was in prison for robbery and other charges, some of the blame do fall on him. You might say, well, how, Trey? This is how, because as a parent, you're supposed to be there to take care of your child. You can't be out here robbing stores and robbing people, whatever you're doing, robbing, committing crimes, and then you get taken away from your child. Then you leave your child out here to fend for itself. And true enough, you might be saying, well, he had a mom. Well, his mom was a piece of shit. So let's be honest about that. But at the same time, I know the dad wasn't responsible for the death, but he is complicit in the murder, if you ask me, because guess what? Put yourself in that child's shoes. And as a parent, don't you feel that it's your job to take care of your child, no matter if you're a man or a woman? I mean, both of you all created the child, so it's your job to take care of the child. Now, I hope some of you all get that, some of you all may won't. But anyway, so not only did the mom fail, and also the stepdaddy, which we already know most step-parents, some of them care, some of them don't. But I'm not trying to loop everybody onto one bunch. But we already know some step-parents will give a damn if the child ain't theirs. Now, you may be asking yourself, why didn't the Department of Children and Family Services step in? Well, they came to visit several times, like 8 times, and they had 60 incidents where people was reporting them and everything. Even the teacher reported them, called the hotline. And what Department of Children and Family Services did in California, Los Angeles, just went over there, had a little visit, a little talk. Not only did they see the injuries, but they failed to act on it and failed to do anything. So how many times have we seen Department of Children and Family Services take kids for less reasons than that? Some may be for not taking care of the child. Some may be for malnutrition. Some may be because the house is nasty, full of roaches and rats, or other unknown reasons, maybe beating a child or things like that. But not only did the Department of Children and Family Services in Los Angeles fail this child, but everybody failed the child. And the only people I can see really did right by the child was the great Uncle Michael, and big shouts to him, and also to the grandparents. Because if little Gabriel would have stayed with his grandparents, his granddaddy, since his grandmother was already passed, and rest in peace to her, he will still be alive today. Because there is no reason why Department of Children and Family Services should have went to the home of Per Hernandez and seen all this abuse taking place and did not do anything about it. I mean, like, come on. But after Gabriel passed him, when all this came to the light, and then also Per Hernandez and Asaro Aguirre went to court, and not only did Aguirre get the death penalty, but he is in San Quentin right now on death row, but the state of California has not executed anyone since 2006 because the state are trying to deem if lethal injection is cruel and unusual punishment. I say if you're killing people, you out here doing all kind of things, that is very cruel and unusual. I mean, how much mercy do we supposed to give people? But what's even more worse to me is the fact that Per Hernandez, the mom, the one who's supposed to be really the one loving Gabriel and taking care of Gabriel, did not receive a death penalty as her boyfriend, Asaro Aguirre. She received a life sentence when she is serving it out at a prison named Chowchilla. But as you watch this documentary on Gabriel Hernandez, you will see exactly what this child went through. I mean, it's a shame. But they couldn't have been me because I would have been ran away or tried to defend myself in some kind of way. I know some of y'all may say, well, Trey, you're only 8 years old, but you don't know how you're going to react to you in a situation. But whenever you get the chance, please go watch that documentary. Come back to the video and leave your comment, or you can leave your comment now if you already watched it, or if there's something you want to say. But this is a damn shame that this child, to the very end, still professed his love for his mom. And some of y'all may be asking, well, what happened to the 4 social workers who failed Gabriel Hernandez? In January of this year, the state of California dismissed the 4 charges against the 4 individuals, the 2 supervisors, and also the 2 social workers. The charges were child abuse and also falsifying public records. But I believe everybody that's involved in this case should have got some kind of charge, some kind of time, because there's no way that you can take a plea and take an oath to protect the children, and then you go to said house and see the child in this condition and do nothing about it. Leave the child in the mom house, and the child ultimately ends up dead. So the child blood is on everybody's hand. Whenever you have time to watch the Netflix documentary, The Trials of Gabriel Hernandez, or if you already watched it, please let me know in the comment section exactly what you think. And it's a crying shame because even up to this young boy's death, he still professed his love for his mom. He even said, she is a loving mom, and I love her because she is beautiful. Now that says a lot right there. That this child at 8 years old knew more about love than this grown woman. And then the fact, before I close, the fact that not only her attorney, but also Asaro Aguirre attorney will sit up here and try to say that they are mentally incompetent to stand trial because both of their IQs are very low. But their IQs are not very low to sit up here and have sex and then plot and lie to the police about this boy. And they did all kind of horrible things to this boy, which I'm not going to explain in the video, but you all go check it out and let me know what you all think in the comment section. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share this video with your family and friends. And remember this, if you have kids, love those kids, because if you get old or if you live to be that old, those same kids that you raise, it depends on how you treat them, will have to come back or be there to take care of you. So remember that. Also, love those kids. If you can't love them, give them to somebody that love them. But to use your child to get welfare money and to get benefits from the state says a lot about you. But like I said in the beginning of the video, not only Asaro Aguirre received a death penalty, but Per Hernandez should have also received a death penalty. And also, the 2 supervisors and the 2 social workers who failed Gabriel should be in prison at least for something. I mean, this boy blood is on everybody's hand involved in this. And this is not really justice, because the only people that went down for this, true, they should have went down, was Pearl and Asari. But the Department of Children and Family Services in California should be held responsible for this young boy's death. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm out.